All right, man, what's going on? It's Youngling Jr. So, you know, Jennette McCurdy, if you guys don't know, she was the girl that played in iCarly from 2007 to 2012 on Nickelodeon. Actually, a very popular show. I used to watch that growing up, with Miranda Cosgrove. It was hilarious, man. And, they had an online TV show sensation, man. Now, the reason why I want to make this video is because, I heard that she has a memoir coming out saying that I'm glad that my mom died, something like that around those lines. And the reason is because some research on her childhood, it was very troubling. She started off in the acting industry, very young, and her mom always dreamed of being like this famous actress or whatever. And she had Jennette McCurdy, and she was like, hey, you're gonna live out my dreams. So you're gonna live out my dreams through you. So at the end of the day, she for the most part, when she was growing up, she witnessed like abuse from her mom and her dad. And the fact that is, she ended up having OCD, and she ended up having an eating disorder too, because she was actually very cautious of her food intake. And this is when she was, rising into fame through her acting career. And they put a little toll on her. And also, too, she was going to write about what she publishing and talking about and exposing the industry. What I believe that Dan Schroeder, who is one of the creators of the show, that kind of forced her, exploited her, forced her to consume alcohol even though she was underage. They said it was just allegations of this man had a foot fetish. I mean, he was putting up like it was like internet postings of feet and things of that nature, man. Just pretty much just kind of over sexualizing these children, man, in a way, in this show, and just for ratings. And of course, he denied the claims, but Viacom during that time in 2018 was actually doing a further investigation on this. And I think they didn't really have, I don't want to say they had enough evidence, but he wasn't like trial for it. But she has a YouTube channel, and she hasn't posted it in the whole year. So she's been exposing the industry and telling her truth. She actually, in 2018, she retired from acting. And that was very young. She was 26 years old at the time. I believe she's in her 30s now. And, it was just, it's just very, very interesting. But she's, I wondered if this is going to be like an ebook type of thing, or because a memoir is pretty much like a journal, it's a diary, and she want people to actually understand what goes on behind these industries. I mean, you even had the young lady who played Matilda back in the 90s, man. I mean, they said they went through some things as well. Like a lot of childhood actors go through things, and of course, I believe they're on the contract. They can't really say too much, and they can't really spend the money that they want until they turn 18. So I mean, it's I won't say this rob them of their childhood, but you don't really think about that too much. When you're a little kid or you're around their age and you're watching them grow and act in certain things and provide you with entertainment. But I mean, it seems like she's getting a lot of support, especially from Miranda Cosgrove and other people. Man, they said they didn't know it was really that hard, very difficult for her. And I'm glad that Jennette McCurdy is, she's telling her story. She looks good. She looks healthy. I think she also too stated that the only way for her to be healthy at that time is to stay far away from her mother. And yeah, man, it was just a kind of eyeballing, in a way, man. But you never know what these people are going through. I look at too in the Disney Channel as well. Like you have Mr. Orlando Brown, he was going through some things too with the on the That's So Raven show. I'm like, man, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, man. Because it's weird Hollywood. People say this, do all these rituals, these contracts and all these things. You got people who create these type of shows, have all this type of money, and these famous people. Not all of them, I'm just saying, but a lot of them have all this money and stuff like that, man, and ended up they just be bored, and so they're looking like, hey, man, let's just do what we can to stimulate. They need over stimulus. The normal stuff doesn't even stimulate them anymore, and because they have all this power and this money, they feel like they are above the law. And I feel like this is what Jennette McCurdy is actually want to expose the industry, and this is something that is good, and maybe can get these people like like Harvey Weinstein, all these other people who's part of this satanic agenda, pretty much go to prison for and just be locked up away. And so they want to exploit any other future children or people who want to become an actor or who was forced into this type of work. But it's just really cool. you know, this memoir, man, I was just like, man, this is like a bold revelation for this title, man. So my mom is dead. So I was like, man. So, but we're gonna really see, man. I think it's gonna drop, and they're gonna successfully market this. I think she has a great team for this, and you know, she has a good emotional support level. But she said she had to go to many therapy sessions during this time, man, too. So I'm like, wow, man. But that's all I really have to say. You guys tune in, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for actually tuning into my my video too. Just, you know, just scroll down. I'm gonna have like link in the description box here, and you know, my previous video that I just made too, about the situation with Gabby Petito, and I show Speed too on shorts when he was just arrested. I believe that he should be, I think he was detained, but he should probably be back at home. You know, doing that 911 prank call was just I'm like, come on, man, you know. But I know he's running an entertainment channel, but you don't want to, you know, incarcerate yourself. But that's all we have to say. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. That's all I have to say. I'm out. Deuces.